My team, well, I like the philosophy of the guy who started Plenty of Fish. I don't know if you know this story. So he started a company basically to show off how to code in .NET, really great language by our friends at Microsoft. And then he just wanted to show this off, and he's still working. I don't know. I think he sold the company, but anyhow.
It's a long answer to the question.
Yeah, sorry. Well, he's been working for a website with millions of members by himself.
So is it just you?
Well, I have a team of publishers.
Okay. Tell us all about it.
Okay, cool. Go. My name is Roeland. I'm from Amsterdam, as I just told you. I'm here to tell you a little bit more about Tales&Tours. Tales&Tours is the open mobile marketplace for self-guided tour guides, and I started it about a year ago. So it's basically all about stories. I want to tell you how you could use Tales&Tours for going out on a weekend or going on holiday and making this a better experience by unlocking great stories. And you know, stories, they are everywhere. You're sitting on a chair, this was made, there's a story. I think there are two types of stories. The one type I call is fading stories. Those are the ones you see every day on Facebook and Twitter. And the other ones I'm going to tell you about a little bit more. But first, let me show you a great example of a fading story. It's about the next web twins, I like to call them. One of them sitting right there, and here they are drinking some beers. And then a bit later on, I saw them suddenly, I don't know, but they're sharing this. It must be a great story for them, but I think it's fading, because now there is maybe some new story of this already in the making. And there are the other kinds of stories we like to unlock through Tales&Tours. They are stories of great historic importance. For example, this battlefield, where was it? I forgot about it. And then there is stories about wonderful nature, or maybe stories about, well, the birth of cities like New York. We try to give those a place on the Tales&Tours application. For example, the story of the Discovery Trail by the Lewis and Clark guys, who were like the frontiers of the United States. Or maybe some story of centuries-old nature, stories about the eruptions of Mount St. Helens. Well, as I said, I work alone. I've been bootstrapping Tales&Tours for a year now through freelance work, which was also into this same field of self-guided stories. And for example, through the work for the Dutch Park Services, or the Wageningen University of Life Sciences, and the City of Amsterdam. Two issues actually stumbled up, which well, I tried to solve with Tales&Tours. So the one issue is that there are, next to these major organizations, there are also, well, thousands of smaller organizations. For example, an organization who has this cycle tour, and you can go from A to B, and then, well, of course they want to, well, use this new world of smartphones, but they don't have a budget to make their own app. And I know there are great guys downstairs who have been introducing their platform, which is really cool, but it leads me to the second problem. So users will download this app they've made, and then once they leave the museum or once they leave the city, this app becomes stale. It's of no use to them anymore. So it would be better if there would be an app which you could use and reuse whenever you go to New York or you go to Barcelona. And that's what we've come up with. So, first let me give you an example. If you would go to Barcelona, it's a great city. You could download the app for the Park Güell, you could download the Sagrada Familia, and then you could have lunch and check out the Barcelona Tapas application. Of course, you need to navigate and you don't want to spend data roaming costs, so you download the offline maps, and then you have like 10 or 20 city-guided applications as well, which resemble to me most of Yellow Pages book. Now, I could fit a Yellow Pages book in this one, but well, I wouldn't take it along. So what we've done is merge those two issues into an application which is available right now only for iOS at the moment. Android is mainly. It's Tales&Tours. You can find it in the iOS store. I recommend you to give it a 5 because this way we will market ourselves. Let me just show you how it works. So this is Tom and Marcel. They are touching down in Schiphol, walking through the canals of Amsterdam. And then suddenly Tom pulls up his iPhone. He looks for some nearby guides available, at the moment 120, scrolls around on a map, maybe filters down a little bit, well, says he can also speak Turkish, downloads the Amsterdam Landegent interviews at the moment, opens the guide, offline maps, offline content, so you can download it from your hotel, plays an item, and then on they go, and they really learn something about maybe the creation of the city of Amsterdam in its golden age. The main features of the Tales&Tours application are offline maps, so you don't need to spend, and offline content, so you don't need to spend any data roaming costs. The app launches in 11 languages at start, so you can get it in Russian or Spanish or maybe English. And you can walk around GPS autoplay, so if you walk to the Central Park, it will pop up automatically and say, hey, you're here, maybe you want to listen to the story of this tree. I think, yeah, that's about it. I have some more slides I could answer you with your question.
Judges, questions?
How do you source the content? How do you source the guides for all the various cities that you're getting?
So actually this trolley, I got it made because I did a trip through Europe this summer. 14 days of traveling, 10 cities, meeting with tourist offices, museums, and guide makers. And well, this is how we try to reach out. Actually, the app had really great difficulty to get approved by Apple due to the payment systems involved. And then one of the reviewers said, hey, we really like your app, but you need to add more content. So this was a trigger to reach out to even more people who already have this kind of audio tool content, and try to get them on board by sending them a basic email, sending them a nice postcard, greetings from Amsterdam, did you see my email, and then, up to now we've got the tour guides in Los Angeles. You can drive around Pasadena, Hollywood, and learn about the movie studios, or for example, you could go to Mount St. Helens and do more like a nature car tour to this national park. And we've got some now here in New York City, going to Soho, Tribeca. But basically it's reaching out to already existing content publishers for the moment.
And as a user, do I need to pay for each new piece of content or each new tour?
So the way we're going to make money is by getting a percentage of the in-app purchase. So indeed you can either pay for content, or if the publisher decides to make it available for free.
So essentially, the content publisher can decide to be on your platform, or they can decide to go on the iOS. They can submit their app directly, but they're not right now because there's a lot of hoops they can jump through. Is that correct?
Yeah, if you're a publisher, you can.
Okay. So how do you prevent publishers from leaving your platform as soon as they get more popular?
I don't know that. Even the contract is non-exclusive. It's the new world, I think. I had this chat with a guy from Colombia. He's working at Morgan Stanley, and he said, well, what do you mean with the non-exclusive contract? What will happen whenever I decide to go somewhere else? I said, yeah, you decide to go somewhere else. That's fine by me. I'm open to this.
Okay. Other questions?
Do you think it will work? I should answer that.
How do you look at prioritizing the rollout? I mean, if I use it today, say I'm in New York and I use the app, and I think, hey, it's great because I can find all these different sources of content to give me more specific guidance in New York. Let's say a month from now I'm traveling and I find Singapore. How do you?
So this app will only work if you got coverage in every major tourist destination. Otherwise, because then it would, as you say, it will really trigger. So if you find the second time you find something in Singapore, then maybe the third time really you will say, oh, I'm going to Barcelona, let's see if there's something in Tales&Tours. So this is what we'll be working on all winter to grow onto 500 or more guides. Yeah, this is basically working with great people who already own this content, who made it back in the days when podcasts were popular, and trying to onboard them as soon as possible. And there is a really nice CMS available for them to publish it on, very easy. So priority, there is not really a priority. Everybody wants to join. Let's get on there, and you can be on live the next day.
As you create this content marketplace, how do you plan on controlling the quality of the content you're using so that I don't have a $10 tour of my school?
So it's social. It's by rating on one hand, but before publishing, will be allowed to expose their content. We will do a basic review to see if the pricing, if it's not correct what they are publishing, so to say. So, and then the rest, if you buy some crappy tour in the Central Park, and well, you rate it with a 1, or maybe you get your refund from Apple. If this content publisher will have lots of refunds there, well, obviously they got to be pulled away. But for now, we just reach out to people who already have content, so they can already listen to this content beforehand, and therefore know if it's of any quality.
Any questions from the audience? One question as we're almost out of time. Any questions? All right, round of applause.